Hello students, let's learn how objects get memory in C++. First of all, we will create a class student. We will take 3 data members, roll number, name, marks. Then we will take one member function for getting entry for new student. For this, first we will write 2 libraries, iostream.h, conio.h. Now we will create a student class starting with class keyword, and within the set of curly brackets we will declare data members and member function. So always we have to end the class with semicolon. We have to end the ending curly bracket of class with semicolon. So we are declaring roll number, marks, 2 data members. We have declared name data members. Name data member will contain maximum 30 characters. Now we have taken public access specifier. This is urgent for declaring member function because we will use member function out of the class. So in entry member function we will write entry statements for getting roll number entry. Now we are getting name entry, we are getting marks entry. In this way you will write your program. So we have created class template. Now to use the data member or member function of a class, we will have to declare an object. For declaring an object, first of all we write class name. In main we are writing class name, then S1 is the object name. So when we write object name, then object gets memory for every data member in memory. So S1 has got memory for roll number, for marks, for name. In the same way we are declaring S2, and S2 will also get 3 memory space for roll number, marks and name. And we have declared S3 object. S3 object will also get 3 memory spaces for storing roll number, marks and name. Now for getting entry we will write S1 object name dot then member function name. Entry member function name will get entry. So entered value will be stored at the allocated memory space of S1. And in the same way S2 values will be stored at S2 allocated memory spaces. And in the same way S3 values will be stored at memory space that have been allocated to S3. So in this way every object has its own copy of data member. No object interferes with the data of other object. Every object has its own address. S1 has its own address, S2 will have its own address, S3 will have its own address. So for knowing the address of current object, we can use this pointer. We will learn this topic in separate program in detail. For this timing, you just remember this pointer holds the address of current object. So today we have learned about how objects get memory. So objects get separate copies of data members in memory. No object interferes with the data of other objects. As you are watching, S1 has separate spaces for storing roll number, marks, name. S2 has separate spaces and S3 has separate data members. So we end the session here. I hope you would have understood it well. So we will see you in next session. Till then, have a nice time. Thank you.